Hey, how's it going out there today, everybody? Hope everybody's having a great day. It is Thursday, January 2nd. Sorry, I'll be doing that for about the next month. It is January 2nd. It's about 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the afternoon, somewhere in that ballpark. The sun has went down on us. We're coming to you today from an illegal parking spot in Atlanta, Georgia. If you can find me a legal parking spot, I'll show you a spot with a truck already in it. So I got emptied out about 2 o'clock today, and there was no parking anywhere. The big news of today for me is, so I got a red light ticket over in Hannibal, Missouri. Total load of crap. I don't know if you guys run Hannibal, Missouri on US 61. They got all those red light cameras through there. And no exaggeration, it goes green, yellow, red. That's about how much time you have to stop in a semi. They write a lot of tickets there. If you Google Hannibal, Missouri, red light tickets is like the first suggested thing. Last time I went through Hannibal, Missouri, a couple weeks ago, the truck in front of me got a ticket. I saw the flashes go off, and I was playing it super safe because I know the ramifications of a red light ticket in Hannibal, Missouri, unfortunately. So what they do is they got these super slow or super fast yellow lights that stay yellow for about 2 seconds on you. When the flash went off, when the light went red, the back of my truck tires, about where my landing gear is, was on the white line when it went red. And I sent a letter into the court about it. What's expected of me? Should I slam on the brakes when that thing went yellow and come to a stop in the middle of the intersection? And I was doing the speed limit. I was actually getting passed by a Tyson's food semi. So, I was in the slow lane. I just don't know what they expect you to do. Slam on the brakes, come to a stop in the middle of the intersection, or punch it and get on through it. But let me tell you, there is a severe penalty for it. Mind your P's and Q's in Hannibal, Missouri. The way they'd work their red light cameras, it's not like most cities' red light cameras where it's just like, it's just a ticket. It doesn't go on your record. No. Hannibal, Missouri's got themselves 4 red light cameras on US 61, and they have hired a local police officer to issue the tickets off of the red light camera. So it is a local police officer writing you the ticket. Therefore, you have the right to face your accuser in court. Therefore, it goes on your record. Me personally, I'm not a big fan of having, running a red light on my driver's license. It's not good. Not where I want to be. So, I put the prepaid lawyer, licensed lawyer, whatever you want to call them, on it. And mind you, this happened in the middle of June 2019. So it's been around 6 months. It's coming up on 6 months since this happened. I didn't get the ticket till August. And, because they didn't get a picture of the license on the truck. They only got the trailer, so they had to send it to the carrier. And then the carrier had to send them my information. Then they issued me a ticket for it. It's a process. But anyway, it's a $130 ticket if you just pay it out and let them put it on your license. Which I said, I'm not a fan of that. So I let the legal beagle tear them up on it. And he got the court date pushed back, I believe, 7 times from, basically from like August, September, about every 2 weeks I had a court date. And so finally the one on December 15th, I guess they finally lowered it down, issued me a ticket for parking a truck for more than 4 hours on city property. I love that. It's all a money racket. They should have threw the doggone thing out because it was not legitimate. To me, it's a money racket, like they got the truckers. They know they got them. They can't stop in that 2 seconds of yellow light. And then what are you going to do? You're going to punch it to go through it because you ain't going to come to a stop in the middle of the intersection. I remember the load. I remember it. Like, I looked it up, and I had a load of ice cream on at the time going to Florida. Wasn't even a heavy load. It was like 30,000 pounds. So, I don't know. I looked at the route on it, and I kicked myself for going through Hannibal, Missouri. I go around Hannibal now. I don't care how many miles it is. They ain't getting no more money from me. But the ticket that got reduced down to a parking ticket was $252. So I could have paid the ticket for $130 for running the red light and had it on my record, or pay $252 to have it not on my record. So basically, I paid $122 to get it off my driving record and just make it a parking ticket. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to pay the $252. Hannibal wins. Hannibal, Missouri, probably like infinite wins. Truck drivers 0, taking the L. You know what I mean? Like, whew, and I ain't talking about the train. Yeah, so that was the ticket. That was a big thing. I was just glad to get it closed out. Honestly, I'm not happy that I'm paying $252 for a bogus parking ticket, but I am glad to get the doggone thing out of my life finally. It is what it is. It's over and done with now. So, wrapped up a load today. FedEx load I brought down from Minneapolis. Run that down Minneapolis to west side of Atlanta. I had a drop by 6 pallets. Glad I put a load lock on that. They loaded it straight to the back door. And these are just standard plastic pallets. And then they got a 4x4 box on them that's about 8 foot tall, single ply cardboard. Not a good idea. Somebody had ran over this one, so it was all crumpled at the bottom on one side. So when I first picked it up, I looked at it and said, I'm going to put a load lock on that. I don't think that's going to ride. And boy, I'm glad I did, because when I opened the door this morning, there was nothing holding that box up but that load lock. And funny thing is, we backed the forklift into the box so I could get the load lock out. It's FedEx. They don't care about that box. They're dumping all the packages into a conveyor belt anyway to be, put on the correct truck to go out. So, basically we just didn't want it falling over on the guy that took the load lock off. I left the load lock. That was my bummer of the day. Totally spaced on it. Was just happy we got the box out of there. Nobody got hurt. It wasn't super dangerous. I don't know how much the pallet weighed. It probably wasn't that much. But, just overall, glad I got it out of there. Got in the truck, leaving. I was going down the road, and I'm like, oh, man, I didn't see the load lock in there. I forgot it. I thought they would have just thrown it in the trailer after they got all the other pallets out. But they didn't. I'm not too concerned about it. I found that load lock in a trailer a couple weeks ago, so I still got 2 on the truck. He giveth and he taketh away. It's all part of it. Sometimes you just forget stuff, Got over to the next stop. Final stop on that load was a drop-in hook. Not a bad load. Not paying super great, but it's a long load. Our average load here, length of haul, is about 500 miles. And these FedEx loads we've been doing have been a little longer. They're like 1,000. This one was 1,170 miles on a 40-mile deadhead. So, I do like the longer run. Fuel was good. Even running into the wind on the way down, I averaged 7.2. The load was right at 20,000 pounds total. Like I said, 7.2 coming down. I got fuel in Wisconsin for 274. Filled up this morning in Tennessee for 278. So overall, pretty economical run. Dropping hook at the beginning, one stop, then a dropping hook at the end. Pretty cut and dry little load. I don't mind it. Got emptied out today in Atlanta at about 2 o'clock. FedEx is wide open, 100 mile an hour. They don't want you sitting around in the way. So I started looking at some truck stops because I didn't have another load lined up yet. Kind of in a bind on loads today because it was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon local time. I only have 7.5 hours left for the week. I only had 4 hours left for today. I don't roll anything over, I don't roll anything tonight. I roll 11 3/4 back Saturday morning, so we're going to do some running over the weekend. I already got some loads lined up for the weekend, but I found a short load. It's like 264 miles. Picks up about 80 miles from here. Yeah, it's a broker load. I got it through the carrier. I couldn't find anything in Atlanta that was like worth a darn, man. I don't see how you guys do it down here. You got to have some connections down here to get out of here with any money. I see a lot of $1.25, $1.30, $1.50 if it's heavy. Just some tight numbers down here. And I know a lot of it, all these truck stops are full. There's too many trucks sitting around down here. Everybody wants to run. Atlanta's always, to me, had an imbalance. It's like a more coming in than going out type area. I know some people deadhead out of this area whenever they get in here. I don't know. Like I said, I'm rolling 80 miles out from like the outer loop, so I guess probably 100 miles total I'm getting out. And it is what it is. We'll get out of here tomorrow. We'll go pick that up. It's not the greatest paying thing, especially when you put it's 25% deadhead, on a 330, 340 mile run. 80 something of that's going to be deadhead. Nowhere to park down here. Traffic's horrible. Rates are crap. I probably won't sign up for many more Atlanta loads till spring breaks. Maybe it'll pick up a little bit around here. There's freight here. You got to have the connections. It's one of those towns where there'll be 200 loads on a load board, and if a good one pops up, it's gone in 2 seconds. Just the way it is. Like big carriers and medium-sized carriers, they're not even going to call the driver, or they're just going to snap it up because they know there's nothing here that's paying great. So if it is something that pays decent, it'll go quick. Like the load I'm picking up tomorrow was not pulled off a load board. This is like a broker the carrier uses a lot when we're down here. So I guess they called in and, or they got an email about it or something. I said, yeah, let's take it. It's going up to North Carolina. Just into North Carolina, barely over the line from South Carolina. Then I got to go back into South Carolina for some contract freight that is paying pretty good. It's about a 1,100 mile load. So, I don't know. It weighs about 13,000 pounds. It's drop and hook on both ends. So, that one should help me recover. The little short load tomorrow, I can't pick that load up in South Carolina until tomorrow afternoon at the earliest. So I figured, hey, I'll add a few $100 to the check. I'll run this little short load. And by then, they should have that load in South Carolina preloaded, ready to go. So I'm going to run down in the morning. I'm going to be there when that place opens, pick it up. It's about a 5-hour run back up to the delivery on that one. Then about another hour back into South Carolina to pick up the contract freight. I hope it all goes that smoothly. Found a place in South Carolina where I can get fuel for like $2.65. So hoping that, I can get in there. I got to look and see if I need to do that after I get unloaded or before, before I deliver that short load tomorrow. But yeah, just, you got to make those decisions. I thought, well, maybe I wouldn't do the short load. I'd just do like a 200 mile deadhead up there to get that one load. And, it's like, it's a good paying, load and it's light. But if I deadhead 200 miles, it kind of takes the sting out of it a little bit. Takes a lot of the profit, So I figured, hey, I'll run this short load, I don't know. I talked to the broker. He said it's a pretty quick load on the one end. So he can't remember the delivery because this is not a normal delivery they do from this place. So that leaves me a little concerned. But Honestly, you know, whatever the broker says, I take 90% of it and throw it out the window, you know, because it's just them telling you what they think you want to hear, you know. If you tell them you like the color red on the phone, and then, you know, they'll come around and say, oh yeah, everything's red, it's great, you know. So it's like, you know, they know their little talking points to get you to bite on stuff. I don't know. It's like, just tell me like it is, and you know, I'm gonna do it either way. I've already got my mind on it, you know. So it's like, in this area, it ain't like something better's just gonna pop up, you know, that I can short run tomorrow, pick up tomorrow, deliver tomorrow, you know. So it's like, beggars can't be choosers. So I took it, and I don't know, we'll see how it all goes. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up here, guys. Appreciate everybody watching, liking, sharing, subscribing, all that fun stuff. Keep leaving the comments. If you see something or hear something in my video that, you know, you think I need some advice, or you know a better way to do it, by all means, drop that on me. I ain't saying I'll do it that way, but I definitely like hearing other perspectives. Also, if you've got a YouTube channel and I'm not subscribed to it, you know, just let me know in the comments you got a channel, because I watch a lot of YouTube, and I like seeing other truckers on YouTube, the things they're doing, you know, different sides of the industry, how people are doing it, you know. Like, I watch people doing stuff from, you know, hot shot to oversized to everything, you know. I like learning all the aspects of the business. I find it interesting, you know. So, like I say, if you've got a channel, let me know you got content, because chances are I'll watch it. But anyway, guys, I'm going to hop off here now. Take care of each other out there, everybody. Have a great night. Later.